Welcome back to our YouTube channel AutoCAD the Learning Solution. So another topic of an AutoCAD, that is an properties, groups, utilities. So block also we have. So block I'll just give a brief introduction and a brief class in the upcoming class. So let's first we see this properties. What is properties? Properties is nothing but giving an color for the object and the thickness for the lines or circle any object, or if you want to give a type of line, you can give by using the properties. So let's see how we can do this one. See example, if I'm going to take any object, example this is a line, what I'm going to take, if I have drawn the line. Now the line is, it's showing in the bilayer category. It means that point to zero thickness we have for the line. If you take polyline as well, even polyline also is showing in that particular. If I'll take a circle, suppose sometimes if you want to give some thickness for the circle or the line or whatever the object you're drawing, for that you can just give the line thickness, line width, you can just give from this. Suppose if I'm going to take 0.53 mm, now I'm going to take the line. Now if I draw this line here, now see if I'm drawing also, but the thickness is not visible here because here is an option called line width settings. Line width setting is there, then you have to click on that. So here is an option called display line width. If I'll click on display line width, then you can click OK. Even you can adjust the scaling here, or whatever is displayed here, it's to minimum to maximum, so let it be, I'll just kept in center. I'll click OK. Now current line width is 0.5853 mm, right? So if I'll click OK, now it's showing in the point particular 0.53 mm is showing. See, all the lines has been taken. Why? Because he has taken as in bilayer. For that, if I click, suppose if you don't want the thickness for this particular line and this circle, and you can just take back to the by block, or by default 0 mm we can make it as. Okay, here you can just make by using this. So this is a line thickness what we can provide. Suppose this is a circle, or let me take one arc. Suppose if I'm going to take an arc, so we have an arc between this line to line. Now already it's taken in a thickness, but if you want to increase the thickness again for this particular arc, then you can select the arc, then click on this, and you can just give the thickness what thickness you require to give. So next there is an option called by object color. Object color is nothing but, see, we have some multiple objects, like multiple objects, what we are going to do. See, if I'm going to take to by default or 0.0 mm wall line, now it's coming in the 0.0 mm line. Now if you want to assign the color of the object, then you can assign. See how, I'll just click on this bilayer color. Now just suppose example, let me select the color of this code. After selecting the code of that color, then you can select the object which you wanted to draw. Suppose example, I wanted to draw the object from ellipse from this line. Now you can just see this object. Even for this object also, if you want to give a thickness, then you can just simply have to select the object, and you can provide a thickness for this object. Here you can just give. Okay. So next, here what we have a color. Even already we have created the object. Now if you wanted to assign the color for this, if you wanted to assign color for this, then what we can do, just select the object. After selecting the object, then you can just assign the color in which color you require. The code you can just assign from this option. So example, let me take this for this rectangle. If I'm going to take for this rectangle, now I'm going to assigning this color. So now you can just, by using this, you can do the object coloring. So next object we have another object called as line type. Line type is nothing but, see, we have so many lines like polyline, line, and we have circle like that. Suppose example, if we have this particular drawing, like let me take a plan. So this is a plan. So for that plan, I need to show some dotted lines or boundary line. For that, see, boundary line I need to show like dotted lines or setbacks line, some different types of line we'll have. So if you wanted to show that kind of line, so what we are going to do, see, when you're taking the line, or before taking the line as well, you can just go to line type. If I'll click on line type, we have three options here: by block, by layer, and the continuous layer. So if you click on this others, so we have an option called as in load. If you click on load, see you can find so many types of lines here. So example, let me take some line as track lines. If I take the track lines, if I click OK, now we have to select the track line, then click OK. Now you just take the line, then after that you have to select the track line and just draw the line. Now see the line is appearing in the track line only, and the line is showing in the color of what color code we have taken, in that is showing. Suppose example, if I take this code, now the color of this line will get changed. If you select again another type of color again, now you can just see here like this. So if you wanted to change the line type for already what you have drawn, so for that you can just select the line, then go to this others option, click on the load and select the type of line which you wanted to assign. Example, if I'll select the dashes line, if I'll click select the dashes line, click OK. Now again you just select it, then click on the dashes line. Now see the line will get converted into dashes line. Here you can just create like this. So you understood about this line type. So once again I'll just show you just what we need to do. Click on others, click on load. Example, let me take the line of zigzag line. If I have taken the zigzag line, now I'll just going to take the zigzag line. Okay, then example, if I take the circle, now if you select this in the line type zigzag, now if you click on that, now the line will create in the zigzag form only. Sorry, the circle will create in the zigzag type only. So already if you have the rectangle, if you wanted to assign this zigzag for this as well, you can assign. So this is known as a line type. So next object we have is called as a match property. See, match property is nothing but it applies a property for the selected object. See, suppose the property example, this is a property for the ellipse. Ellipse property has a color and the thickness, right? So if you wanted to assign this color and the thickness for this circle, so you can take the match property. Example, if I click on the match property, now see in the comment bar is asking that select the source object. So this is the source object. I'll select. Now it's asking select designation object, for which one you wanted to match, that is the designation object. If I match for this, now see it will get match for that. Example, this color and the type of the circle, what property we have taken, zigzag type. If you want to match for this arc, or if you want to match for this rectangle or for this line, just simply you have to select a match property, select the source object and select the designation object for which one you wanted to match. Suppose if I'll click on this match, now it will get matched to that particular line or any object what we can do. So that is known as match property. So next in the property option we have this option called transparency. Transparency provides like if you wanted to make like a hide like kind of object, or if you want to make as a dim. So example, so in the particular object I need to show this object as in very light. So if you want, you can just click on this properties and you can just increase the transparency. If you increase the transparency here, now you can see this object, the object has been taken as in completely transparented. The object as in transparented. See now, suppose if you select this dragon, if you select this, again if you increase the transparency and you can just see this, the object is here, but visible, it's not visible completely. So if you wanted to again untransparent for this object, again you can click on this, you can give zero transparency. If you click on zero transparency, again the object is shows back. So that is known as transparency. Next we have this option called as a list. List is nothing but it's provide the data for the selected object. Example, if you wanted to provide the data for this circle, if I click on list, now it will complete information will shows for the object. Example, see what is the type of object, what color code we have applied, what is the type of line. See zigzag line we have applied, the code of the line we have applied, and the line thickness, transparency, handle, center x, y, z, and radius, circumference, and what is the area of an object. Complete information will provide in the list. So shortcut command for the list is list, list. If I'll enter, now we have to select the object. Now if I'll select this three lines, if I'll enter, now complete information will provide here for the object what you have selected. So that is known as list option. So next option we have this grouping object. Grouping is nothing but, suppose if you have created some of the object, let me take one table or sofa, chair, any element you have created. For that, if you want to make the grouping object, then you can do by using the group option. See how, if I select on this here, example, let me draw one object. Now I'll convert back to default layer. Okay, so I'll just convert into again this one as into layer. I'll make a copy. Let it be think it as this one as in one table what I have made. So now this, if I'm trying to select this, it's selecting individually. But if you want to completely, if you want to make one object, then you can make group. How? Just select this object, make as group. If you make the group, now see, now it is in the group. Now you can at a time you can select any, you can move and you can copy wherever you want, you can just make it. So when it will get group means, then when you are making this option on, so then only it will shows as in group. If you off this option, now of this particular object is no more in the group, but it is actually it is in the group, but it won't show in the group. Once if you on this option, again it shows the group. Okay, so there is an option called as an edit group. Edit group is nothing but, if you wanted to add another object for this example, let me take one another object for this example, the chair what I have taken. If I am going to take the chair for this, let me make some kind of chair for this, some simple design I'm going to make. I'll make a group. To understand this concept, I'm just simply I'm drawing this, and I'll make this two blind curves. I'll take a blind curve. I'll just take as a by layer. Here you can. So now along with this table, if you want to add this chair in the group, then you can click on edit group. If you click on edit group, now it's asking to select the object. Sorry, here is an option called edit group. So select the object, group add object. Then you have to add the object. If I'll add, suppose if now I have added. Now if you enter, now see even the chair has been added in the group. Now if you wanted to ungroup any kind of object, if you wanted to remove, even though you can remove, now see this particular chair arc will be removed from this group. Okay, so this is the kind you can just add in that particular group. Now this completely it is in the group. If you wanted to make as an ungroup, you can just make this as an ungroup as well. If you click as ungroup, the total object will get as an ungroup. Now this is no more in the group. Even if it this option is in on or off, so completely the object will get ungrouped. So that is known as grouping the object. So next we have this option called utilities. Under utilities, we have this call as in this option will call as an inquiry commands. Inquiry commands is nothing but it shows the distance, radius, angle, value, like that. Example, if you suppose complete drawing you have did, let me take the drawing of a plant. Now if you wanted to make the check, if you wanted to monitor, if you want to check the dimension whether whatever the dimension we have provided is correct or wrong, then you can go to the quick dimension. If you click on the quick dimension, now you can just see this particular dimension is visible here. So wherever the line is going, see if you click on this, now see the gap between this from here to here, that is 3 feet is showing, and the gap and the distance between from that here to here, that is 39 feet is showing here. Even if I'll click on this, elevation height also will shows. See complete object length, width, height, everything automatically it shows from this one. See, if I'll go to this object drawing, if I click on the quick dimension, now you can see this dimension between the objects. So just simply don't no need of clicking, just we need to drag and just select on this object, then automatically it shows here. So that is known as quick. So distance is nothing but we are going to measure the distance from here to here. Now this is as a temporary dimension. Once it is measured, now showing as an x-axis. Okay, here it shows, but it won't show here. Once if you enter, it goes off. Okay, this is for checking purpose. You can just make the distance, even radius. Suppose if I select the radius, now showing the radius and the diameter of the circle, both it's showing here. If I take the angle, suppose let me check the angle between this line and this line is showing 90 degree. Okay, so angle you can measure. You can measure from here also. If you shows from here, so what will happen? Example, if I shows from here to here, the dimension will shows here, it won't go off because this is permanent dimension, this is temporary dimension. So even though if you wanted to find out the area of a circle, area of a particular room dimension or whatever it is there, example, let me take this area of this particular room, bedroom. If you wanted to find out this area of that, you can just select area. If you click on area, now you can just select the point to point from which point you wanted to find out the area. If I'll click on this, now after that you have to enter. Once if I'll enter, now shows in the area in the square inches as well as in the square feet. Now see, 90 square feet area is there for the bedroom. Okay, example, if I'll take the drawing for this circle also. If I'll take the area shortcut command is area, enter, or so one more shortcut command is there for the area is double A. Double A also is a shortcut command for area. Then you can just select the object. Now see, I can't able to select completely point to point like that. If you want at a time to select it, then click on object. If you click on object, directly you can select. Now see, complete area and the circumference of the circle will shows here. Same thing volume also. Volume, if you want to make as an completely like height also, the thickness for that, you can make the volume as well. So example, I let me find out the value for the volume for this rectangle. I'll just select same like area how we are going to find out. After that you have to enter. Once if I'll enter, now it's asking that specify the height of this object. Now let me take the height of this object as 20. If I'll enter, now say based on 20 height, the value will be calculated. Okay, example, let me take the column. Example, if you have placed a column or any wall value, if you wanted to find out, let me find out the value for this. If I'll take the value for this, now I can just select this wall. After selecting the wall, enter and give the height of the wall. Height of the wall I'll give as in 10 feet. Now say based on 10 feet, the value has been calculated, that is in the cubic inches, it has been calculated. So like that you can use by using this option value. So there is an option called ID points. ID point is nothing but it shows the coordinate point for the particular line. Now it's asking ID specify the point. If I'll click on the point, now it's showing the coordinate point for this x, y, z. Here it is showing. Now there is an option called point style. Point style is nothing but suppose in the drawing toolbar we are using some points. Like example, if I have taken one line, so for this line, if you wanted to divide exactly into the point, now I'll take the divide option. Now I'll divide into some 4 parts. Sorry, if I'll click on the divide, select the object. Now enter the number of, if I'll take enter 5. Now the point is not visible. If you want to visible the point, you can go to utilities, point style, and you can select the type of point which you require. Example, let me take this into mark and click OK. Now the point will be visible. See, whatever the points we have taken, if you measure the dimension, see from this point to this point, what dimension has been taken, exactly from here to here, the same dimension will be shown because we have divided the points equally by using the divide option. Okay, so like that you can use by using this object called point style. So next there is an option called as an calculator. Calculator you know very well. If I'll take this calculator, so how we can calculate the numbers and whatever it is that you can use. Even scientific calculator also you can use. And we have unit conversion. Unit conversion you can very easily you can do. So but see here we have the unit of feet and inches in this drawing. Suppose if you're facing a problem converting the feet into inches or feet into millimeter like that. Suppose see I don't know, example 10 feet is equals to how much meters, how much mm, if you don't know, then simply you can take the type of length, that is I'm converting into feet, so this value is in feet. Now I want the value in the conversion value in the meters. Example, if I'll enter only 10, so already if I'll enter 10, now shows the value of a meter, that is 3.048 meters. Suppose if I'll take the feet value I wanted to take in centimeter, even it will get converted to centimeter as well. If you wanted to show in the millimeter as well, even it shows the millimeter. Suppose if I'll take the feet value to millimeter, let me take millimeter. Now I'll take 10 feet is equals to how much millimeters? Sorry, if I'll enter 10 here, now shows 3048 millimeter. It shows in the calculator. By using this calculator, you can do by using that. So there is an option called as in select all. The complete object, if you wanted to select, click on select all. So another option for the select all is that is control A. Control A, if you are making, suppose this is the objects here, suppose if you want to select all, control A, select all object, you can do by using this one. So next there is an option called as an quick select. Quick select is nothing but based on the color, line type, layer, like that you can just select. Suppose example, if I take the color, like multiple object I have select. Okay, entire drawing, in entire drawing, if I take the color of red, include new selection set, if I'll click on this. Now see, nothing has been selected from this object. If I'll click on exclude from a new selection set, now the object will be selected. So there is an that is a option called as an quick select, select all, like completely will call as an inquiry command. Hope you understood this concept of properties, group and utilities. Thank you so much for the watching. Please do like, share and subscribe my channel for more CAD classes. So in the next, we are going to start a 3D CAD classes for SketchUp, Revit and Lumion and V-Ray. So Lumion and the V-Ray are the render software. Even that also we are going to very soon we are going to start. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you.